What is good, Gray Gang? Right here, out here today, we're gonna be dealing with the chickens. I am gonna tell you the names that we ended up naming them, and I'm also gonna tell you, the hotel name of the little hotel that, as you can see, they're literally jumping out of it. I've already got 2 of them out on the ground and 1 of them that's thinking about jumping. Don't jump, little chickie. Don't jump. And I know that like a few videos ago, I was saying they're getting big, but like, bro, those chickens are getting like pretty big, and they're, like I said, they're still pretty friendly. They'll let me pet them and stuff. So what we're mainly gonna do today is 1, we're gonna name all these chickens right here. 2, we're gonna name the little thing. And then 3, we're even gonna, maybe try to build the next step up chicken coop. So that Lindo right here will have more places to run around and jump. And little Peter, well, Peter's already running off by himself. Oh, wow, there's 3 now. But first, let's go here to the truck. I got a little surprise. So I come home from school and Mom says, you got a little bit of mail. And so I look to see what it is. And it is, oh my goodness, I have 500 boxes here. That is a lot of cardboard boxes. And there's a reason that I have so many cardboard boxes. The main reason I'm selling them, I have hats now, just in case you didn't know. And we're actually starting to sell quite a few of them. This right here, this is the SSOG. But the other reason that I got so many boxes is because I don't know if y'all know this or not, but there's this other YouTuber. And but today he actually started selling a second version of his hats. And it's called the SSOG Predator right here. That's right, it's the Predator Edition hat. Now we've had the Predator Edition pop sockets. We're like basically sold out of them now. We also had the Predator Edition lanyards and the Predator Edition t-shirt, which with the lanyards and the t-shirts, there's still a few left of those. But now up in the lineup, we have the Predator hat. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, this is one of my favorite hats. Okay, let me change that. This is my new favorite hat. Just like the original SSOG, it has the letters right here on the back, and it also has our own tag of the Gray Gang. Now, as you can see, it is a camouflage hat. I had a lot of requests for a camouflage hat, and so, hey, I went out there and I made a camouflage hat. I'll do whatever y'all want me to. I'm just here for you guys. And that is the truth. But whenever you buy either of the hats, you don't just get the hat, but you also get either a SSOG bracelet or you get a Predator bracelet with your package. But I mean, the bed of my truck, it is pretty big. And that's not the only thing that's in here. We got more than just boxes. Oh, we got to dig for this, but we also got a little bit of chicken wire in there. And like I was saying, we're going to try our best to either build or start building a chicken coop today. And this is like, this is one of the main supplies we're going to need. But I'm just going to lay that right there, and right now we're going to name these chickens straight out of the comments of that video. And now it is time to name the cage that they are in. After a few days of voting, we have came up with the KFC. The Kendall's Friendly Condo. Come on now, get down, buddy. We can't have you flying out all the time. I'm telling you guys, they're getting crazy. They're just little restless critters. Get in there, guys. Starting out the lineup of Kendall's 2018 chicken vlog. First up, we have Linda, Club Norris, Nugget, Jupiter, Toot, Sally. Go on there, get in there. Jeff, Odell, Patricia, KFC, and Rusty. And Rusty is very shy. He does not like the camera. Who was that just jumped out? Who was that just jumped out? I think they went... Linda! Linda, what are you doing? How did you even get back there? Linda straight dipped. You know what that means, don't you? We have to go on a rescue mission. Linda, come back. Linda, you have to listen to me.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
I'm coming in here to save you. Oh my gosh, leave it up to Linda to get back here and eat something. Come on, Linda, you already lost this battle. Come on, guys, were you raised in a barn? Y'all are out here acting like chickens with their heads cut off. I mean, what are you doing? Do you think I just hatched yesterday? And I will say, guys, that is a big disclaimer. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am 100% gonna forget these guys' names. I did write them down on a piece of paper, but that is not gonna stop me from getting them mixed up. The only one that I haven't forgot is Cluck Norris. And it's either that one or that one, but I'm honestly not even sure. Let's get some chicken feed, because it's about that time. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Patricia, get into the food. Patricia. Where did Patricia go? Oh, there she is. Hello, Patricia. Hello. Hello, Patricia. How are you doing today? But yes, guys, now that we've named the chicken coop, now that we have named the chickens themselves, it is time to build their new home. Now, even if we do get the coop completely finished in this video, they're unfortunately not going to move directly into it. The reason is because the coop I'm going to be building is mainly for outside only. And as you may or may not know, I live in Kentucky. And with Kentucky weather, well, it's kind of crazy. Right now, it's sunny and 75 and I'm wearing a t-shirt, but like 2 days ago, it was snowing. And the funny thing is, I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating whatsoever. It was snowing yesterday. It was awful. Like, come on, Mother Nature, make up your mind. Because stinking Cluck Norris would like to go outside sometime. Wouldn't you, Cluck? Okay, guys, so as you can see, I'm wearing a different shirt. It's actually a different day. But we have a situation. Okay, here, let me explain here a little bit. So originally, the plan was, use the chicken wire right there and this new wood that I just went and bought for this chicken coop. And, we were going to build a whole new chicken coop for, the chickie fam, if that's what you want to call them, I don't know. But we were going to build a new chicken coop for those things. And then my uncle called. And that's where the story gets a little bit interesting. But what my uncle called to say is that he was saying that my chicken coop that I built 2 years ago, he was borrowing it. And then he's like, I'm not using it anymore. And to be honest, guys, the cage I was about to build, it was going to be almost identical to the one I built 2 years ago. But like I just said, he called and he said, I'm not using it anymore. And so he's like, hey, you can come get it. And so you know what I done? I went and got that dang chicken coop. But yeah, guys, like I said, whenever I first got chickens, I've had chickens before. And as you can see, I even built them an entire chicken coop just for like middle-aged chicks. The one I got them in right now, that's for baby chicks. I'm going to have a big chicken coop once they get bigger. But for right now, they need a middle-aged chick coop. And I also wanted one that, I could put outside and let them play in the grass. It's got a whole lot more surface area, for them to run around in. A whole lot more floor space. Almost twice as what they got in right now. But anyways, guys, this is what we're going to go move them in right now. Let's go inside, get the chickens, bring them out, introduce them to their new home. I'll be honest, guys, if I was a chicken right now, I'd be pretty happy. Okay, chickens, get into the box. Get into the box. Come on, Chick Norris. Get in the box. Guys, get in the box. Look, get in the box. Stay in the box. As I ironically smuggle 13 chickens in a diaper box. I don't even have a baby in my family, but I got a diaper box somehow. Don't ask me how, but somehow it happened. I'm just gonna try to do this the best way I can. And the only way I know is I'm just gonna, hope that they figure out how to get out themselves. Here's how the cage works, it's got this little flap door here. You just close it up to the bottom and but like I was saying earlier, not only does it have more ground space and, stuff for them to walk on, but one of my main things I'm liking about this cage, especially how these chicks are acting, is look at the airspace. These things are starting to fly like no other. And funny enough, even in there in that other cage, whenever they jump, they start like hitting their heads on the ceiling. And I know they're little chicks and they can't jump too hard, but like they wanted to fly. In this cage, they should have plenty of room to fly around. And just like that last cage, it still has a little roost in here so that they can practice roosting up and everything. So, well, yeah, this is a pretty good little cage. The one thing I am going to do is I'm going to get some kind of like plastic sheet to wrap around the outside. That way, whenever it rains from the sky, it won't come down and, drown them. Because if you didn't know, baby chicks, they're pretty stupid, okay? When it rains, they will look straight up and the water will fall down in their mouths and drown them. They're not smart, okay? They're a chicken. I mean, whenever they get a little bit older, they get a little bit smarter, but honestly not much. And if you didn't know that, they can drown themselves by watching it rain. They're already picking in the grass. They're already playing in the grass. They're having a good time. See, they're even jumping around a little bit. Now we've progressed, the little castle again. And guys, now that we've made a new cage and everything, I want y'all to name this one. Same procedure as last time. Whoever gets the top comment, that's what we'll name it. But since the last time y'all saw this, we've added a little bit. We got one feeder right there, one feeder right there, and then we've even got a water right there. And that water holds a whole lot more water than the last one. Right now, mainly they're eating, but, we got a few running around. We'll just, they're just chilling. Chilling like a villain. We got Linda doing normal chicken stuff over there. We got Chick Norris over there being a savage. Ain't that right, Chick? So yeah, they're liking it. They got a whole lot more space than they used to have. And, well, yeah, taking full advantage of it. And so now, guys, it is time for the verse of the week, but since we're outside, it's good. It's warm weather. It's actually not snowing today, so we're going to do it outside beside our chickens. And yes, I said our chickens, because they're just as much your chickens as they are mine. That's why y'all literally got to name each and every one of them, and honestly, every single house they're going to stay in, including this one, so go ahead and comment below. But this week's verse of the week, it is coming from Jonah. Now, before I read the verse, I want to give you a little context of what's happening. Okay, so God has sent Jonah. God wants Jonah to go to this city called Nineveh and sort of preach. But to be honest, in today's terms, that'd be like God telling one of our people to go over in a city full of terrorists and preach the gospel to them. But at this time, Jonah is outside of the city of Nineveh, where he needs to be. But he's outside the city a little bit, and he's in a desert. And here's what happened. So it's Jonah chapter 4, verse 6 and 7. And the Lord God arranged for a leafy plant to grow there, and soon it spread its broad leaves over Jonah's head, shading him from the sun. This eased his discomfort, and Jonah was very grateful for the plant. So, Jonah was out in the desert. It was pretty hot, and so God gave him a gracious gift of a plant. He gave him some shade. And Jonah loved that thing. I mean, wouldn't you? It's shade, and it's hot outside. But then God also done this in verse 7. But God also arranged for a worm. The next morning at dawn, the worm ate through the stem of the plant so that it withered away. Now, by golly, can you believe that? God first, one day, gave him a plant, which sort of saved his life and was like an awesome blessing. And so the next day, God goes out there, sends a worm to straight up destroy the plant. Now, if you was Jonah at this moment, you'd probably you'd sort of be triggered. I'll be honest, you'd be triggered right now. But the really cool thing about this that Jonah noticed after it happened, in the moment, he really didn't understand it. But later on, once he looked back on the story, he understood what it was. Both the plant and the worms were both blessings from God. With the plant, it was an obvious blessing, okay? It made life easier. It gave him shade to where the sun wouldn't be so hot on him. But the worm was also a blessing, because what the worm done was it made life a little bit harder on Jonah. That way he could get his mind refocused on God and the job he had to do at hand. So what I'm trying to get at y'all today is that you may be going through something really hard in life. They may be a roadblock you're going through right now. But just like Jonah, you may not realize it now, but later on you will. It seems to be a bad thing in the moment. But what God is actually doing is he's giving you a distraction so he can get your attention. And that's what I want you to remember. And personally, here's what I've even been doing. Here for the last few days, in my pocket, I've been carrying a little fishing worm. And I know you're fishermen, so I know y'all have one. But I've been carrying this into my pocket so that every time I reach down to get my wallet or my headphones or something, I'll feel that worm. And it'll give me just a little bit of reminder that if I'm going through something hard today, it's okay, because God is just using it to help us in the end. And that's what I want y'all to do. Go out, get you a worm, put it in your pocket, and just remember this story. But anyways, guys, if you want to send in a fan outro, send it to this email right here.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Kendall's video. Do him a favor and hit the thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the bell button so you know when he uploads. But thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Bye.